I want you to redefine beauty with scripture. Stop measuring yourself by society's shallow standards.
The High Value Woman podcast, founder of the High Value Woman Academy. My name is IThey, an international etiquette consultant.
As we begin a new year, I want to ask you a question. When you walk into the rooms of this new year, will you be performing or will you be present? Will you be chasing validation or will you be embodying your true essence? They call her the belle of the ball. But in this new year, I want you to see that it's more than a compliment. It's an identity. It's not about beauty alone. It's about presence. It's not about clothes. It's about character. And in 2026, you get to redefine what it means to be the belle of the ball. I didn't always understand this. There was a time I thought being noticed was the same thing as being valued. So I did whatever it took to impress. I would borrow money to buy fabric for weddings. I couldn't bear the thought of being left out or mocked. So I smiled. I danced. I wore the fabric, but deep down, I was empty. The applause never lasted. What lingered was shame, death, and disappointment. But then, there was my mighty house. For years, I lived in that house, and it became my mask. Visitors would come and see the beauty of the home, and I would smile as if everything was fine. But behind those walls, I was drowning financially and emotionally. The house was not my presence. It was my performance. Those years taught me something powerful. You can be visible to others and still invisible to yourself. Performance can make you look impressive for a moment, but only presence makes you unforgettable. My transformation began when I started investing in myself. Not in clothes, not in appearances, not in shopping, but in my growth. Joining OLCA was my light bulb moment. It nudged me to return to my 18-year-old self. The girl who once believed in her worth, her potential, and her presence. That was the beginning of my self-rediscovery. And then, attending Minding Manners International Protocol Academy of London was another defining moment. It was not cheap. It was a significant investment, but it was worth every penny. That decision refined me. It gave me the confidence to walk into any room anywhere in the world and carry myself with grace. That training taught me that elegance is not about impressing. It's about expressing the best of who you are. In 2026, I want you to make that same decision. To invest in your growth, not just in your wardrobe. Because your wardrobe can get old, but your wisdom never will. The best investment you will ever make is in becoming more of yourself. Last year, I attended a TEDx event. I didn't know many people there, but then I noticed a woman, not because of her outfit, but because of her aura. Her name is Omo. The way she sat, the way she spoke, the way she carried herself, everything about her was elegant. She had a calm confidence, a presence that spoke louder than any fabric or jewelry could. That connection has since blossomed into something meaningful. But the moment that struck me was this: elegance is unforgettable, And it's never about clothes alone. It's about your aura, your poise, and your presence. This year, this is what I want for you. To become the woman whose presence speaks before she says a word. Dear high value woman, in 2026, I want you to redefine beauty with scripture. The world tells us beauty is everything, that your worth rises and falls with your looks, your dress size, or your jewelry. But scripture reminds us in Proverbs 31 verse 30, which is the foundation of the high value woman brand, that charm is deceptive and beauty is vain. But a woman who fears the Lord shall be praised. So how do you redefine being the belle of the ball in 2026? You stop measuring yourself by society's shallow standards, and you start cultivating what lasts. Character, wisdom, grace, reverence for God. Outward beauty may turn heads, but inner beauty, anchored in God and rooted in presence, turns hearts. And that is the kind of beauty the world cannot take away from you. In 2026, being the belle of the ball means presence, not performance. You don't perform to be seen. You embody presence, and people cannot help but notice you. Being the belle of the ball means that elegance is inside and out. Your beauty is not just in your dress, but in your posture, your kindness, and the way you treat people. Being the belle of the ball means confidence without arrogance. You don't compete with anyone in the room. You complete the room with your aura. Being the belle of the ball means charm without character. People may forget what you wore, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. Being the belle of the ball means faith is your foundation. You walk in the fear of the Lord, and that becomes your most radiant crown. Something to take away with you today. What performance do I need to end so I can show up in presence? Write down 3 investments you will make in yourself this year. Affirm with me. In 2026, I do not perform for attention. I embody presence. I am the belle of the ball. Dear high value woman, 2026 is your ballroom, and every room you walk into is your stage. But here's the truth. You don't need to chase applause. You carry your applause with you. This year, your presence is your crown. Your elegance is your signature. Your confidence is your fragrance. And your character, your God-rooted character, is what will make you unforgettable. So as you step into this new year, remember, you do not need to borrow fabric to belong. You do not need to hide behind a big house. You do not need to chase empty applause. You are already the belle of the ball. Not because of what you wear, but because of who you are.